Hey everyone, it's Jennifer from stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to give you some tips on using Stampin' Up's wheels. So this is my favorite jumbo wheel, and to use that you need a jumbo handle. You only need one handle because you can interchange all of your wheels in this one handle. And then a standard wheel needs a standard handle, and again you only need one because you can interchange your wheels. Pop it in and pop it out. Okay, and then we have one other type of wheel, these builder wheels, and you can use 1, 2, or 3 at a time. To use those you need a spindle, which is sold separately, but you only need to purchase one. And then you can use that with all your builder wheels. So it consists of these parts here. Let me show you how that works. If you want to use all three, you feed them onto the little handle here, and then you put this piece on the end, and it's like a regular wheel. So that's easy. These other two pieces are spacers for when you want to use less wheels. So if you want to use 2, you put on your spacer, and there you go. Or if you want to use 1, it's recommended you do that in the center. And so you'll need 2 spacers for that. And of course you could put 1 spacer in the middle and put a wheel on each end. So these are really cool. And again, one spindle for all your builder wheels. But this is the one I'm going to show you today. So to use a wheel, you can roll it on your stamp pad. I'm going to show you that first. But we also carry ink cartridges, which I'll show you second. Okay, so this wheel is called Alhambra. I'm guessing on the pronunciation of that. And the wheels, another cool thing about them, you can just go wash it out in the sink. It is not going to mess with the adhesive at all. And that's why my tag there is all messed up, because I've gotten it wet. Okay, so to roll it on your stamp pad, you want to go back and forth a few times and then turn it, back and forth a few times and turn it, until it's inked all the way around. This works better for cards because your card front is about this big, so you'll be able to roll it across the entire front. But if you're doing 12 by 12 scrapbooking, rolling it on the stamp pad will not work. The reason is when you get to a certain point, the ink runs out and it fades out. That only lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 inches before the ink ran out. So that's what I love about the ink cartridges is they don't run out. Now they come with no ink inside, and what you do is just use your same re-inker that you use for your stamp pads, so you don't have to waste money, and just turn it pink. Now this one I've already obviously turned Regal Rose, but whatever color you're putting in there, you just want to turn that little vanilla sponge that color. You don't want to over ink it. It will leak out later, and you can always add more ink, so go on the light side. I'm just re-inking it now to use for this card, and you'll notice this Regal Rose ink refill is extremely old. I still haven't run out of it. I've still got this much left after all these years, so our ink refills last a really long time, even though I'm using it on both products, the pad and the wheel. Okay, I'm going to pull that out. You put this in first, take the lid off, remove that, and then I refer to this as like a handle that tells me where the top is and how to hold it, and then you insert these little pieces into the grooves that are here, and it just slides in. And then you lock it into place. There is a spring in there. It's spring loaded, so if you don't lock it down, it's going to fly across the room, hit your customers, your friends, get ink all over everywhere. So make sure it's locked down before you let go. And then you'll put your wheel inside. And then now you'll notice the wheel is not touching the ink. You have to release that spring to get that working. And then you want to prime it on scratch paper first. You want to roll in one direction. So I like to push. You can also pull, but you can't do both. You can't push and pull. Then you're just getting ink back here and nothing on the front of your wheel. So once you have it primed, you're going to stamp on your project. And for this one, this is just a piece of white, 8.5 by 11, cut in half, folded in half. I have my cardstock cutting videos if you don't know about that. And I always tell you, point. Don't hold it like this because you may lean too far one way or the other. Always point. I like to start way off my project and end way off my project. So our Stampin' Up! Grid paper, which is in our big catalog, is great for this. And so I'm going to start way over here and just go straight across the center. It's okay if you go a little crooked. Nobody's going to notice. And I'm going to show you another way to stamp these later, but this is just if you want to cover the center of your project. And here's a finished card using that technique, and it's just simple. I actually showed you these flowers in my video about the paper flowers, and this is the mixed bunch set and blossom punch, but this is just showing you the background with the wheel there. Okay, so another way you might use your wheels, which is actually more common, is to cover an entire piece of cardstock with it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. What you always want to do is start closest to your stomach, is what I say. So at the bottom, close to your stomach, and hang the wheel off the bottom about this much. So let me check my ink again. Okay, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to roll it over there and stop way over here. See that? That's very important. Don't start here and stop here. You'll get half-inked images. The reason I started there is now when I place the wheel here, I can see where this edge matches up with this edge. If I were to have stamped the top, then my view is completely blocked by the wheel, the handle. So as you can see, I will be able to see where I'm placing that. If I had started at the top, which is actually this view for you guys, when I do this, my view is completely blocked up here of what I need to stamp. I can't do this upside down, so I'm going to have to do it this way. Okay, so I'm just going to start right above that image. And this one, it's really not a big deal if you go a little bit crooked. And now I have an entire background stamped. I messed up a little there. You know you're going to glue something on top. No one's ever going to notice that. But can you imagine you can roll this across tissue paper, gift bags, gift paper, buy the plain craft paper and decorate it yourself. 12 by 12 scrapbook pages, pretty much anything. The ink just goes on and on and on. So try out some wheels. They're great for your backgrounds, and check out this cute little card. We actually made this at my beginner card class a while back. So thank you, and I hope to see you again at stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com.